construction manager and also a student on the course, so he's going to give his insight into it. Okay.
That's there. Okay. Basically, my name is Owen Bartley. I'm a student with Trevor on the course, and I've been on it for nearly 2 years now. I'm going to come at it a little bit different angle to what Trevor did. Trevor was talking about the bigger picture. I'm going to be talking about the little picture. So basically, construction informatics, what is it? We've already discussed it with Trevor. Is how I would describe informatics is the science of information and how we deal with and use information on a day-to-day basis. So how do we use it, and why, and where can we go with it? Just give a little bit back about my background. My background basically is a degree in construction management from WIT. Finished that in 2005, went on to do a bit of site engineering with a couple of small contractors, and went on to site management from there. Finished up doing that around 2009 due to the situation we're all in. And I joined the course 2 years ago with Trevor and Alan. I'm just coming up to the last stages of it now. So, the type of sites I would have been working on were medium to small sites. I'd be talking about extensions, car showrooms, refurbishments, things like that. But not huge jobs. So, the direction I'm coming from in this particular presentation is what I do on a day-to-day basis and how I can use construction informatics to improve that situation. Okay. So like Trevor said, paper is king on the site, and what I found when I started working was with paper, fax and mobile phone every day. Now, towards the latter stages, paper became PDF, fax became email. It's exactly the same thing. So every day on the site, I would be heading to one of these offices. It's not the best place to keep information. Whole site has access to it. Okay, later on things started going onto the computer, but it can get quite messy. A couple of breakfast rolls thrown in there as well. So first thing first, how do we communicate most with the mobile phone? It would be literally glued to your head as you were walking around the site, and it was the main thing. It still is. There's no problems with it. We've slightly moved forward technology-wise, but it is still king. But as the guy on the right there is a little bit stressed, and I got a little bit stressed. We got it. Okay, so number one, paperwork on site. Safety. Every day, daily inductions, site safety statements, we all know them. Insurances, meta statements, false safe passes, MSDSs, material safety data sheets. Basically, every day we'd have to record this. It was huge paperwork. Filing itself became an issue. For me it was anyway, just to keep all these items together. So yeah, look, we're talking about this first set of paper. Just think about it, a small little stack. Second stack then, every day we have more tasks. This is what I would do. We'd be recording variations, contract charges for contractors, site safety again, sorry. Schedules were a huge one for me, constantly looking at schedules towards the end of projects. Daily site diaries, snag list day works, and photographic surveys, all paperwork. Keeps getting higher and higher. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. We keep going on. RFIs, hundreds of RFIs throughout the project. Okay, and finally, faxes. I sent more faxes, I'd say, than I could have sent emails. No problem. It's just and getting incoming faxes being sent on to forwarding on to other contractors and just pushing it down the line. So basically that's emails kind of replaced that now, but it's still the same problem. Emails are just digital paper. And finally, obviously the drawings. I've been on jobs we've had drawings into the double digits, revision AA, revision AB, so on. So you literally have a stack of drawings in one, and you can just go back. If you can imagine the image I showed you back, and just imagine that little office with all that paperwork inside there. Okay, so what I'm hoping to get out of course. I'm just getting a little bit overburdened with paperwork, and you can have an office that can resemble something like this. Okay. So basically, our little nice stack of blocks falls down. It's beginning to collapse under the paperwork. It's manageable, but it can be better, right? So on the right hand side, we have informatics, and it's bubbling up on the right hand side. It's nice. Okay, so introduction to construction informatics. We're moving from the horse and cart age, as an old teacher would describe it to me, using paper and pencil, to the future today. So informatics is trying to get us into that mindset and how we can achieve these things. Okay. So basically, I'll be going through our modules here now and how I can apply these to what I've learned or what I used to deal with, or what I just explained to you there. What we do in our practice. Building collaborative technology is a huge one, I think, for the SME sector. Highly applicable. Okay, because Trevor's already spoken about BIM. I'll come back to that in a second. You're dealing with things like collaborative authoring, viewing, and sharing, using one document spread across multiple people, instead of sending multiple documents to multiple people and forwarding it on there and back again. So one document. We're talking about one document, one module. Okay. So you can use, I have a couple of examples here at the bottom: Dropbox, WebEx, Google Plus Hangouts, Skype and Google Apps. As Trevor said, all these items are free. You can get them today. It will totally transform how you deal with paper on the site. It eliminates it. The CAD Information Systems, basically what Trevor was talking about, is all about BIM. Now I think BIM is maybe a slightly bit over exaggerated. It does not really apply to the SME sector, only in a few instances. How I see being used on a construction site would be for auto scheduling. It automatically generates and creates schedules. No more walking around ticking the box. Have I got left-handed hinge? Have I got right-handed? Have I got this? Anything you can think about: ironmongery, door schedules, rebar schedules, all that. That can be done automatically in BIM. That's a huge advantage to that. Visualization and site safety. You have a building and it's built before you on the computer. You know where to put things. You know what to expect. We come to 5D in a minute, or 4D. And you can visualize what you will need and the site safety aspect of things. I think that's a huge thing. I think it's going to be massive if you can get that. But like I said, BIM won't be really used in small to medium construction sector. Maybe, I'm not sure. As-built drawings, that's fairly straightforward. For me, to be able to alter a model to show progress on where things actually have gone for the handover file at the end of the project. Forecasting, as I said, buildability studies. If you can see how the building is being built in time on the computer, then you have a much better idea where you're going to be. And model element exporting. Basically, on the BIM model, I don't know if Trevor explained this. You can take out little items and you can forward them on by your friendly email to, we'll say, steel fabricators, and they can work from that. So you're just pulling small bits of information directly from the model and sending them on. It's brilliant for that, I think. Okay, so obviously I've just two titles here: Graphisoft, ArchiCAD, and Autodesk Revit. They're the two we've been using on the course. Okay, so e-business construction. Phil Barnes is going to talk about that, and in the next talk. I think that's fairly straightforward. I'm not going to stick on that one. Mobile computing construction. That's a huge one again. I think. I think the problem with the sites I was on is that we were too remote. You weren't able to get connections to the site huts. I don't know, was it an expense item or what? But mobile computing will, I think, eliminate that. I know some areas we still have bad pockets of reception for 3G, but we're talking about being able to do all these previous items on your hand, in your hand, as you go through it. So this is going to be huge. Also coming up are mobile applications for dedicated to construction sector. We're talking about conscious charging. We have an app, I know there's one out there at the moment, I can't remember the name of it. Safety applications, because I often have to walk around the site making notes for safety. To be able to put it straight into a server via the web. Sorry, yeah, that's it, yeah. And site diaries, Trevor's mentioned that already, but I'll just quick out of that. So global positioning system, if you were a paranoid boss of a company, you could find out where your employees are and where they are at the moment. So basically, So I think that's going to be an absolutely huge area because we can all see the way mobile technology is moving forward. So applied knowledge management, okay, so lessons learned database, knowledge retention. So we talk about things that we do every day on the site. If we go back to our site diary, that's recorded. It's there on the web. You can also go back to it, it's searchable. Okay. Knowledge retention is the same difference. Knowledge sharing is a huge one because if you need to pass information on, it's already there. You just select what you want, send it on. This will be huge, I think, for safety things. If you have an accident, you've recorded it, okay? You've learned the lessons from that accident, why it's happened, and you have a forever online presence on what your knowledge is. Yeah. So, like that could be a spreadsheet, a collaborative spreadsheet, or could be site blogs or anything like that. I mean, these are things we can use today. Okay, so. Okay, project planning and schedule then goes back to BIM, but using BIM with 4D information time from scheduling, any scheduling information that someone might have planned, you can import that from, we'll say, project, like Microsoft Project Primavera or wherever, and import that. And for this particular one, in this course, we used Constructor and Estimator. And what that allows you to do is, with the pricing per model element, gives you a fairly accurate representation of what it would be over time, what it's going to cost. I think the 5D is not really my area, but 4D, being able to see how a project is built according to the schedule that you've lined up is brilliant. You can see that again goes back to safety. What you need where? Do you need a tower crane here? Do you need scaffolding at this point? You get all these people organised before it even happens. It's a great tool, 4D. Okay, so basically, just to kind of wrap it up a little bit, real SME benefits today. They're today. These technologies exist. They're simple and they're free. Like, from the course, we've used nearly all of these models or all of these tools, and these are obviously the benefits that we're going to gain from them. So the tools, I'll just quickly run through them. Google Plus. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with it. Let's just say we don't have the money for a specific bespoke intranet. Let's use Google Plus. We can share information with each other privately. I can select architects, I can send them certain information, they can send it back to me. It's a free network. Okay, and it's completely private if you want it to be, or you can make it public. It can be an employee network if it wanted to be. If you know Facebook, it's fairly similar to that. Subcontractor connections, and it's the photographic database all rolled into one. You can use that today. Why not? Smartphones, like I said, we've gone through that. Dedicated construction applications like Smart Builder, and cheaper options than desktops. Do we need desktops in the site CAD anymore? I don't think so. No. A lot of these tools have applications on the mobile end of things. Google Apps. I'm a huge fan of Google at the moment. They have great tools. All their tools that they have, email, calendar, documents, and spreadsheets, they're all cloud-based, as Trevor said. They all have one single location. Everyone can feed into it from there. It's absolutely fantastic. Dropbox, you probably all know Dropbox. I create a file somewhere, I go home, it's there when I get there. I don't have to put it onto a key or anything. Okay, so if I make a PDF, upload it to Dropbox, Dropbox sends it off. You save the computer in the site office, it'll be there within a few minutes. Blogs, as Trevor went through, I think that's for site diaries, that's going to be, we can use that, why not? Let's record weather. Why wasn't this done on a particular date? We can go backwards. That's why not. Go back to Celebri Model Viewer. It's basically a BIM model viewer. Some people might be able to afford, especially small building contractors, will be able to afford a full package for BIM. The Celebri Model Viewer allows you to view models in 3D without doing any alterations to it. So if the architect has made a lovely model, but you can't really see it, a Celebri model allows you to do that. And allows you to do clash detection, stuff like that. But okay, so that's basically that. So the benefits I can see straight away: productivity increase, maybe not to start, but it will happen. I think if we just move away from the paper things, we're just stuck in paper. I think, or just complete audit trail. If you have everything recorded on the web, it's there. You can go back. Searchability. If you look, this guy, he did a FOSS. He was here and he had his FOSS safe pass, but he doesn't have in this particular job. But look up his name. There's his FOSS safe pass. He's called, let's let him onto the side, let's keep him going. Conceptualization, as I've gone through, what the building will look like, what the site will look like as we go through the time end of it. Collaboration then is between, I don't know if you can read the smaller items, but between site teams using tools like Dropbox and Google Apps, items like that. Sharing information between each other, back to knowledge management. Like it's brilliant. It's just key. Like you can instantly see what people have said on the same document. You can all write the same document at the same time if you want. And now, lastly, knowledge bank. It kind of relates to the whole thing in the end. So, like, do we really need paper for the following items? Like, we don't. Variations. We can make a template online, constantly filling out. Do it on the mobile. Contract charges is the same. Site safety. Okay, we still need paperwork for that. That's fine. Schedules, old schedules, gone. I think if we use the BIM properly, then I think the BIM schedules will take over this. Absolutely fantastic. Photographic surveys and evidence we don't need. We don't. No one prints out photographs anymore anyway. But to be able to share them using things like Picasa or Google Plus, daily site diary, back to blogs, snag lists, which was a huge paper one for me as well. Totally putting that onto a collaborative document where we can share that document out to subcontractors, and they know what they need to do. And when they have done what they have done, they just change that on the document, and it comes back to you directly straight away. Straight into the hand, and day works as well. So like I just wanted to like give you the overall view of how this course can literally change how you do things on the site just by implementing a few different things as we've learned them in the course. A couple of tools there. So it's bubbling up, it's happening, but I don't think it's happening fast enough. So basically, that's it in a nutshell. Like I said years ago, when we were smaller, we imagined that to be flying cars and small computers that were 20 years ago. We're living the future today. Like, why don't we embrace it? Let's use these technologies, you know. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to share it with you.